Welcome to Overtime, brought to you by KingsCast at www.kingscast.net. I'm Keith Korneluk.
And I'm Chris Kalaszewski.
That's right, Kings fans. Daddy's back. I do not have cancer, despite what it might look like. Chris, what's been going on?
Oh, you know, Kings win some, lose some. You know how it goes, Keith.
Yep.
I want to be the first to welcome Korneluk back in action. And also give a special thanks to Alex, who did a great job filling in while Keith was on hiatus. So thank you very much. Alex Kinkoff did a great job on here tonight, back after an unfortunate ending to the game tonight here in Game 4. But we're here to talk about Game 4, give a playoff beard update, do a segment on the top 10 fun facts about City of San Jose, and we'll also preview a huge Game 5.
So here we go, episode 198, entitled Blah.
All right, Kings fans. So Kings and Sharks back in action tonight for a huge Game 4. You know, looking at this series, it's hard not to look at last year and you think, the magic, the glory of last year. You got to wipe away all of that right now because the magic isn't quite there. I don't think the Kings yet, even going into the second round, have really found their game yet.
No, definitely not. I mean, you look at this series, Rafael Torres takes out Jarrett Stoll. I mean, if I was a Sharks fan, I would trade Torres for Stoll any day of the week because he's definitely missing at this point. And, Los Angeles Kings definitely looking mortal at this point. I didn't see a lot of the first part of the series, unfortunately. Chris can definitely talk about Game 3 a little bit better than I can.
Yeah, Game 3 was one of those games where, the Kings take a huge swing. If they win, they would go up 3-0. But, on the road, playing in San Jose, tough place to play. And the Kings did, what they've been doing all years. They've been taking bad penalties. And they've been taking bad penalties and giving up power play goals and just not able to close it out. And that's what happened in Game 3. Unfortunate, but in overtime, Kings able to hold it on there. Thank God for the goal by Tyler Toffoli, which was fantastic. But it would have been much worse. But, the Kings losing that one. And you look forward to Game 4. Keith, you take this one.
You know what, Chris? I want to talk about the officiating real quick because I was reading all about it online. When the San Jose Sharks were down, every Sharks fan in the world was bitching about the officiating. When the Kings are down, every Kings fan in the world is bitching about the officiating. So can we stop bitching about the officiating and get back to playing hockey? I know it's going to be a little one-sided from time to time, but you know what? No game is won by officiating, I think, at this point. But coming into tonight, Game 4 at San Jose, Los Angeles Kings doing great at home, doing sucky on the road, and Chris, they did it again.
Yeah, I got to say, Keith, that the first period, if you would have told me the Kings hadn't arrived in San Jose yet, I would have absolutely believed you because it was like they weren't even there yet. It was like the Sharks were playing like some AHL team that was with Kings jerseys on. I mean, because it wasn't – the Kings were – I think they had 3 shots, and they were in their defensive zone the entire time. So thank God for Quick because it could have been much, much worse. But luckily the Kings able to get to that period only down 1-0.
Yeah, and you know what? Thank God for hobbies, because I think Anze Kopitar and Dustin Brown both took out a hobby, very recently, and that is magic. Because their disappearing act is legend. Wait for it. Dairy. I mean, where is Anze Kopitar? Where is Dustin Brown in this series? You know what I mean? I feel like Dustin Brown's been hampered by that suspension that he had back, a few games back. But, oh my God, I mean, Los Angeles Kings looking very lethargic. I mean, I'm kind of second-guessing Daryl Sutter saying, flying back to Toyota Sports Center, you have your own training facility, and it's boring in San Jose. Well, maybe they should have been bored back in San Jose, and tonight would have been a little bit better of an effort. But, Sharks, 2-0 going into the third period. And what about the San Jose Sharks, Chris? What a rebuild they did on the fly. I mean, there's a team that's looking awful. Probably going to get bounced for the playoffs. They put it together somehow, and they're looking like a team that's a contender at this point.
Yeah, they really are. 2 huge points for the Kings tonight. That we had the return of Kyle Clifford and the return of Matt Green. Surprisingly, we weren't sure if he was going to be shut down for the postseason, but those 2 guys back. Needed those guys a little bit more grit, a little bit more of a physical presence in there. But God, you're missing Jarrett Stoll. I mean, on the faceoff circle, it's really showing that he's not there. I think in the first period they were at 75%. The Sharks had faceoff wins. I mean, that's just ridiculous. Not going to happen. And goal scoring wise, and the Kings just aren't able to bury it. And the Sharks really haven't sort of figured out, throughout the whole game. I mean, the Kings were able to pick it up, I thought, in the second half of the second. And then, not to talk about officiating again, but there was a goal that was disallowed. There was an absolute goal. Refs blew the whistle a little too quick. And I know what the refs were doing. They're trying to stop the Kings from rushing the goaltender, after the play, which is, it's a physical series, so that's going to happen. But that's absolutely should have been a goal. But, you look at the the game 2, come back with the Kings, and they might have had a call go their way. You look at game 3, Sharks had a call go their way. With Trevor Lewis, supposedly ramming Niemi for the hell of it. So obviously it all balances out, but that should have been a goal. Obviously didn't matter. So going into the third, the Kings, I think, were still able to get the momentum going. I mean, they had a lot of solid chances. They were spending ample time in the Shark zone. They actually had more shots than the Sharks in the third period, but it's too bad that hockey isn't a 4-period sport, because I think the Kings would have come back.
No, you cannot win the game in the third period. I mean, sometimes you can, but this is the playoffs. You know what I mean? You're in the second round against the San Jose Sharks, a team that's doing very well. And Los Angeles Kings have to figure out a way to get it started in the first period and get it done in the third. Obviously, they can't figure out a way to do that, at least on the road. I mean, you're coming to Staples Center now, Game 5. Are you sure the Kings are going to win every home game? Because if they aren't, we're going to get bounced from the series, and that's very, very troubling. I mean, San Jose Sharks looking really, really good right now, and I don't think it's Jonathan Quick is keeping the Kings in it. Antti Niemi, is benefiting from great play by the San Jose Sharks. I mean, you could debate that any game could have gone the San Jose Sharks' way. It did not in the first 2 games of the series, and to me, Los Angeles Kings look like the underdogs right now, and not the underdogs like last year.
Not the fun underdog story. It's more the depressing, like, we might blow this story right now. I like their chances back at Staples. But you know what? Looking forward, if there even is a looking forward, the Kings are never going to win the Cup if they can't steal more games on the road. And they're 1-4 this playoffs on the road. Last year they were 10-1 for Christ's sake. You know what I mean? It's just like it's not going to happen. And I'm worried that the Sharks are just getting in their heads a little bit. And you mentioned earlier the top line of the Kings. What happened, guys? There's one goal. These are some of our best players on the team. I mean, you guys have got to step it up, or it's going to be an early playoff close, and we're going to be, hitting golf courses, making Kings jokes, maybe doing a see ya for the Kings. I don't know if I want to
do it, but Los Angeles Kings. I mean, you got to have Anze Kopitar. I mean, guy injured, during the lockout. I mean, is he still nursing an injury? Maybe, but God, you're missing Jarrett Stoll. You're missing Willie Mitchell. I mean, this team is battered in a way that we were not battered last year. I mean, Penner had a little wrist injury. A couple, things here and there. Quick, obviously, with the back surgery, but we benefited from a very healthy team last year. We have to figure out a way to get it done. And it's looking very troubling at this point. So going into Game 5, back at Staples Center, home ice advantage for the Los Angeles Kings. You need more than just Jonathan Quick to get it done.
No, we haven't talked enough about him this episode. I mean, Jonathan Quick has been holding it together. It should have been 4-0 after 2 periods tonight. I mean, the guy made some fantastic saves. He's really the Conn Smythe again for the Kings, but you're not going to win. And he's got to be so frustrated. I know he is about the lack of production on the offense of these star players who we have who really tore it up, a lot of them, during the regular season. So hoping for just a hint of that playoff magic that they had last year to keep them in the series, because I think we can say it's safe to say that Game 5 is kind of like the Game 7, because
must win.
I don't know if I see the Kings losing Game 5 and then going back up north and stealing a game in San Jose. I don't know about that. So fingers crossed for that bad boy. All right, Kings fans, so the Kings obviously playing in San Jose tonight, and one of the things that we started last playoff run was a fun facts about the city they were playing in. Since we haven't done San Jose last year or this year, it is time to do the top 10 fun facts about the city of San Jose, California.
Number 10, the Tech Museum of San Jose has a delightful gift shop.
Number 9, in San Jose, it is illegal to have more than 2 dogs and cats.
Number 8, San Jose has the highest median income in the entire country.
Number 7, San Jose is the 3rd safest big city in the United States.
Number 6, over half of adults that live in San Jose have a college degree.
Number 5, San Jose houses the largest collection of self-righteous a-holes in America.
Number 4, it is illegal to sleep in your neighbor's house without their permission.
Number 3, San Jose's Winchester Mystery House has 160 rooms and over 10,000 windows.
Number 2, the Sharks are the only NHL hockey team in California without a Stanley Cup. What?
And the number 1 fun fact about the city of San Jose, which is also the most boring city in the United States, is at least San Francisco is only 90 minutes north.
And now, Kings fans, a KingsCast Beard playoff update. What? All right, right, so we're going to be right back at you on Thursday, back at the Staples Center. I think Chris will be there. I'm going to skip that one, but I will be back here for the show. Look forward to that. Don't forget to follow our main man, the editor, Nathan Popejoy. He's on the Twitter. Link it up right there. You know you want to. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the show. You know you got to. It's down below on the YouTube or somewhere else on the World Wide Webs. I'm Keith Cornelli.
And I'm Chris Kalazewski.
Thanks for watching Overtime by KingsCast.
In the morning, light up on your bed.